from that point, I would probably be the end of your political journey, because it seems like you're more so against politics when it comes to money, because you're against people dictating how business should go, i.e. government.
But shit, I never wanted to run for city council. That wasn't I didn't have a goal to do that. Nobody ever heard me say I want to do that. Even when I was running. I ain't gonna say it was a joke, because I know a lot of people took it serious. Like, bro, you really doing that? But I want to show people like anything is possible. Remember, and if we win, watch what I do. But we could just do shit. Like, we don't have to live by a certain standard. Like, I could run for city council and drop a mixtape in the next year.
You sound like, I'm so funny that you said that. It's so funny that you said that, because I was just about to say you sound like a rapper turning down a record deal.
I will drop a mixtape and people would probably be like, "Oh, you a rapper?" No, I just do what I want to do. We live in a society.
Have you ever rapped before?
Yo.
Were you black? So?
Yeah. Everybody, I got songs. I got people that be telling me every day, like, bro, drop a song, bro. You know, because I know how to rap, but I don't know how to like my music.
I used to rap, so it's
but I don't know how to like music. Like, if I make something, I re-listen to it, and I don't like it no more.
Damn, that's crazy.
Ain't no shit I ride to. You know what I'm saying? I like the bars, but the choruses and shit, I don't never like the mix it all the way.
Nah, for sure. So you feel like, okay, if they gonna offer you this, then that means you really worth this.
It wasn't even about that. It's about I know what I'm doing, right? And if this ain't coming how I want it, it don't matter what you offer me. If it ain't coming how I want it, it ain't going.
Yeah,
no matter what you offer me,
not necessarily control, but the creative control. Yeah.
Because you assign something and man, silence yourself. Just like rappers, they sign a record deal and then they can't drop music. They gotta ask a label. You know what I'm saying? Now people telling me what I can't talk about on the internet.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I don't say black like that. They was already doing it. People start doing it once you say, all right, look. So I had my podcast. I was interviewing a lady named Deidre. Oh, I can't not remember her name. I'm sorry. You know I love you, girl. If you see this, but she ran for mayor, and I'm asking her like, who do that? Who run for mayor? And she was like, oh, it really ain't nothing. You can run for something. Just come with me downtown Wednesday or whatever. So I go up there. She showed me a piece of paper. Me and my other homeboy from this side of town, and he said he gonna sign up and run for his shit. I said I'll sign up and say I'm gonna run for my shit. It's just paper that we wrote in. She was like, watch this. Come time around when it was time to run for city council, I was just chilling and my homeboy OG Scott from Cloverland told me like, come meet this dude. He on the daiquiri shack on Cutler, and it ended up being Rashard K, who I found out to be later one of my classmates' brother, my boy Plumber K. But Rashard K was running for city council, and he like. Telling me what he gonna do, like his 16 people running, he against Scarface, he and all the people. I'm like, man, I fuck Scarface too, but at that time I'm like, you could beat Scarface because nobody out here vote. You know what I'm saying? And if we turned up on some young votes, then we live. And when I got there, he showed me who he was running against, and my name was on the list. And I'm like, oh, it's lit. I'm like, bro, you know who this is? He's like, oh, that's you, huh? I'm like, bro, that's me. I said, I don't know if I'm running out, but this live. Because my homegirl just took me downtown and told me sign the paper. And now I'm really running for city council.
But you're giving insight to the way that the entry level politics, how the game really goes.
Yeah. And if I really go into what all I learned, we can talk about this. But during the city council run, like how things is operating through the contracts, through the banks,
I think it's just like the streets with better paperwork.
It's the streets with paperwork.
Yeah,
it's the streets with paperwork. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is.
But all right. So my name on the thing. So I go back and downtown City Hall, and they tell me I can't run for city council. It was the day before like the due date or whatever. They tell me I can't run for city council because in 2017 the Secretary of State got fired, and this has been on the news lately. And a lot of people that were registered to vote got unregistered to vote if they hadn't voted after Obama. Right? So my first time voting was 2008 with Barack Obama. And we registered to vote, but if you was in a college at that time and you registered at home and you temporarily voted where you at, but you still registered at home, they took all that out. So when you start looking at like a lot of races, when they talk about voter suppression, it's so much different shit. Like, because you went to school, now you can't vote where you from. Even if you re-register, the Secretary of State got fired because he was fucking people shit off, telling them that they was unregistered voters. So they told me I couldn't run for city council, and then I kind of felt played.
It's the art of loopholes.
And I'm like,
it's always.
I asked them like, how can I run? They're like, well, you could be a write-in. Like, all right. They said you could either go, and it was the last day. They tell me you got to go get 150 signatures or pay.
When you put it on paper, you could do.
Or pay some money, like pay $1,000. I say, bro, 150 signatures ain't shit. They like, oh, it's harder to get than you think. Where I went to about 4 places, and he had 150 signatures, all from my district. Yeah. Came back, and they were like, okay, well, you could be a write-in. You could be a write-in. And being a write-in on the ballot is some bullshit too.
That's like being red shirt.
Yeah, they really have to know your name, spell it out fully, and these are people who you never met.
It's about connection.
Yeah, we had 20,000 people vote, and the average age is 64. You know what I'm saying?
What is the most treacherous thing that you've seen on a political circuit?
I don't know, but I don't know what's treacherous because that's different. But I see some treacherous shit in the streets, but I ain't really. They
okay, so we talking about the political circuit and the streets, and we already established that the thin line between the streets and politics is paperwork. That's why niggas always talking about paperwork. Okay, but what's the worst thing you ever seen on the political circuit?
Look, I ain't even gonna say this is the worst thing. This is the most common thing, right? People will put themselves in a room. This is good. Matter of fact, this is not even bad. I don't know why this even make it bad. People will make money to not do shit, right? But they pocketing money for communities. You know what I'm saying? It's not good, but the way that they're networking to do business is good. It's just there's greedy people in positions so that if $100,000 is supposed to go to Sunnyside Park, by the time the people at Sunnyside Park get it, it's gonna be about $1,000.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's treacherous to me because they skimming. You know what I'm saying?
They skipping. So it's like by the time you order that 3.5 is a 2.6.
Yeah, and another thing about government contracts is like they have a minority quota. So a lot of people is not in business and their business is not set up, but it's more loopholes. That's the thing about it.
It's loopholes is everything.
That's the thing right now. The biggest thing, the most important thing is people understanding paperwork. I love that the government is showing people that if you got your paperwork in order, we'll give you some money right now. Because now people is going to scam to do it. But they not even knowing that they don't have to scam to do it. Paperwork is only paperwork. The same way you'll pay somebody $2,000 or $2,500 to get it done for you, it literally costs that much to set it all up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now, bro, us, Malcolm X, talk about like political intelligence. We don't have political intelligence to the point where we can say, this person, let's look at our neighborhood, see who doing what, and put people in position to win. Whether it be in politics and we're going to actually go vote for them, one person that we actually know, or it be anything else, just putting our money together, creating stores, investing into one another. We not politically intelligent to the point where we operate how we're supposed to operate. Even with the internet, even with everybody that's doing all these big things, even with millionaires and billionaires that's willing to invest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, we are really living inside of a fishbowl and we are not the people on the outside looking in. And that is the problem. People really are trying to make something work, but all we got to do is like build it.
I think